Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall, up there, it says 10 o'clock on Wednesday night with a couple for tomorrow. After a day that didn't go according to plan, but it sort of wasn't our fault. We started off with a hurler on the ditch. And it was like hurting choker, hurler going through on goal, Schlitter on the hurl and pulled the trigger and fell on his hole on the ground. That's what David Bass did. Why did he hit the horse coming up to the last? I don't know. The horse looked back. Actually, if you look at it, I looked at it a couple of times. The horse looked back and to his right, as much as like, fuck you, I'm trying my best. And he just buckled on landing and heaved him off the saddle as much as I get out of here. On him at 9-2 last night, and he went off, I think 5-2 was it. Jumped brilliantly through the race. He pecked on landing at the first one, and he just pecked a little bit at one other fence on the back on the second stride, but he jumped brilliantly. He would have been a great winner. Like did he need, I don't know, I was disgusted. I had to go for a walk after it. But what can we do when he picked them out, and we expect them to do the best they can. We'll see now, does it dash his confidence when he comes back again. That set us up badly for the day, sort of, because I like to get the first one in the can. And prop forward drifting before the off. I don't like to see them drifting like that, out to 11-4. He was 6-4 during the day and 7-4. Didn't pick up like he did last year. And the horse that beat him, Admiral D, he was 22s last night into about 12s, and then opened 10s, I think, on track, and into 15-2. He let us down a couple of runs back when he got a bad ride. And Vino Vitrix, Oisin, of course, done like what he did on Coltrane the time. He didn't follow the speed, and somebody did, and an outsider won that again. So what can you do? Tomorrow, hard enough pick out horses for tomorrow. There were lots of the races competitive. Like you could shortlist a race to 3, and you could pick 2, and the other one would win it. I looked at one here in the Sedgefield in the 3:35 soft ground. Dragonfruit, it's the favourite, but it's by Black Sam Bellamy. I like them Black Sam Bellamy's on softish ground. He won the last day off 99. He's up to 105. He got £6. Toby Wynn was riding him the last day in your Toxidor. Now he went off 4th favourite. And it was his first run of the year. He's got a little bit of a break since. I thought he'd done it well. Jumped well enough. And there was a 5-2 a 2-1 favourite and a 5-2 second favourite. And a 5-1 in the race, and he went off 6-1. That's him out in front there with the chickpieces on the right.
Towards 4 from home. On the right, it's Dragonfruit. On the left, you know yourself, between the pair, just short of a bubble. And then Cresswell Queen, who's 2 or 3 lengths back, and now just being pushed along for the first time. And Bernard sticking to the task back in 5th place as they race then towards the final open ditch. 3 from the finish. Dragonfruit kicks again as they go towards 3 out, just short of a bubble. Now 2 lengths back. Another good lead from the leader. You know yourself, looks to have run her race. Cresswell Queen hasn't found much for pressure. Passed by Bernard, who is rallying to the call as they head towards 2 from home. And Dragonfruit and Toby Wynn have forged clear again as they race towards the second last fence. Jumps it well from in second place, just short of a bubble. Dropping away very quickly, you know yourself, passed by Bernard. Then Cresswell Queen, who's never really got into it. And heading towards the final fence, it's Dragonfruit at the last. Just shortened up going into it, but jumped it well, and he's jumped really well in the...
Cut it short. Must be out of petrol. Light Flicker is the second favourite. That sort of got tired in a 3 miles 1 in Cheltenham there, but it was a good enough race, won by Mole Court. But it sort of tired going up the hill, I thought, on goodish ground. The only time it ran there, or the last time it ran on soft, it was 5th off 105. It's 111 now, and it's 11 years of age, isn't it? 11-year-old. Not that I've anything against. I'm not ageist. I shouldn't be. Once Upon a Time loves this track. I think in its last 5 starts, 2 wins and 2 seconds. Second, 1, 1, 3, 2. So, and a 4. So it likes Sedgefield. That'd be a danger, more of a danger, I thought, tomorrow. But that's the only one I could find, sort of. Now we have Chelmsford. There's a staying race in a mile 5. I think it's between the top 2 in the betting, Red Flyer and Haliphon. And I went on Haliphon. Haliphon done us a good turn in, was it June of 2022? Yeah, the 10th of June 2022. It won. There was a gamble on it that day, to the mile 6. And then, only a few days later, it beat us. We were on Albert Butcher in Chester that day, and came out. That was off 85 and 90. And if you look at last year, it took 1, 2, 3, 4. It took 5. Its 6th run last year to win, and its most improved runs before it won was the one previous to it. It went up to 94 of a high. It started off at 93 this year, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 6 runs again this year before it was an improved run the last day. It's back down again to a winnable mark. When we pick this up again,
starts to pick up. War Willie being produced 4 deep. Behind that one on the inside fence is Haliphon. Anamato trying to get into contention with Gibbside. Then Award Dancer. Alakaifi getting reminders but trying to pick up. So too Quantum Leap. And they're back towards the final 2 furlongs. New leader, it's Haku who's gone on. Edge of Darkness now to the far side. War Willie still right there. Haliphon's trying to burst between horses. Anamato kept going with Gibbside and right down the outside. Alakaifi from the back. But it's Haliphon who's gone on to Haku. Edge of Darkness over on the far side is scrapping away inside the final half furlong. There you go, out in the centre of the track, punched out, racing up towards Edge of Darkness on the inside. Award Dancer from nowhere. Oh, it's tight. Another.
You'd think it would have won that race coming up the stretch. She was tired before the finish. That Red Flyer has a couple of runs as well. A couple of good runs. 82 now. It was competitive. It won off 78 before. A couple of good runs there behind Cardano, and second the last day in Kimpton. I'm on Haliphon. There's a grand little race tomorrow in Newbury. It's a class 3. The horse there, Can Do Kid, was second. It was beaten over 20 lengths, but it was beaten by that good horse. Well, it looks like it's going to be a good horse. Nickelback. But Nickelback won again by 19 lengths off a £10 higher rate. That might be worth a shot tomorrow. We have a horse there with done us a turn before, Our Jet, last year, back from wind surgery. But I just found it difficult. Gallop to Chas, that won twice for us before. Can Do Kid, it's gone favourite now, I think. I don't think there's that price earlier. And it jumped well the last day, I thought, and it didn't go after it because he knew he wasn't going to catch the one in front because the other one was way and gone. On to Clonmel tomorrow. Allegor de Vasse and Mascada. I'll always remember Mascada in Fairy House last year, coming to the last. Money on it 5 to 1, or second last, and it booked it up, and then it goes out and wins in Cheltenham. I think it was at 22 to 1. Allegor de Vasse hasn't been seen since Punchestown, but they're rated the same, 151. And Aligo de Vasse has to give it £10. So on the ratings, Mascada is well in by £10. But in a mayor's race, it doesn't always work out like that. And she's gone up the £9, isn't it? She went off 142. 142 beat Dino Blue. I wouldn't be surprised if Aligor, even given the £10 or the £10 wrong in the weights, that she might be classy enough to win that. She's a 5-4 shot against a 13-8 shot. Like Instit as well, that's no slouch. It'll be a good race tomorrow. I was going to go, but it's too cold. I thought, even though it's a bit sunny today, it depends on the morning how I feel. I don't want to catch a cold with a lot of stuff coming up. In the first race tomorrow, there's a horse there that has Sean Mulryan's horse, Irish Panther. Anyone that wanted a short double maybe could do Irish Panther and 11-10 and 5-4. Mightn't be a bad double. There's a grand little race there tomorrow, 140, the handicap hurl. Castlefield Boy is up £6 for winning recently in Clonmel, but he's £6 worse off this time with what's available. I wouldn't be surprised if what's available turned that round actually. Angel's Dawn, a horse that done us 2 good turns last year, or this year, what am I on about? Last year's campaign. It was this year it happened. We were on it in Down Royal, and then we didn't go on it. We were on Cocoa Beach when Cocoa Beach won that day in Punchestown, and then won at 10-1 in Cheltenham. And we backed it each way as well in the Irish National. It hasn't been seen since. We got our money that day. It was a 10-1 shot. SP'd at 9. But that's out of our hurls tomorrow. They're probably thinking of, chasing down the line. But anyone that won a few pound on that last year could have a bet on that at each way at 6s tomorrow. If it's fairly straight. Sam Curling's horses, they're fairly straight. All right, and it could be classy enough actually to go close tomorrow, because it's £18 lower over hurls, but it only won a maiden hurl. Was the only one it won. It never won a handicap hurl, I don't think. No, it won a maiden hurl in Limerick. Rated one, yeah, there's £20 of it, 20 and 18 is 38. Yes. I was in that day when they were doing that sum. One of my favourite horses in training is Allaho. I've been on that down through its winning streak. Hasn't been seen since Punchestown last year. It's a 9-year-old now. You'd imagine it'd be a pint and shoot job for it tomorrow. Just get it out and rolling. We'll see. That's the reason I was going to go tomorrow, but it's a 4-horse race. Pity there isn't 6 or 7 in it. Anyway, I'm waffling on too much. 10:15, I want to get this in Dublin. Bash the bookies over and out.